have great news. And who doesn't love great news? Nobody. I want to tell you that Minto has, on Friday, put out a new model, and it's called the Escape. And here in Latitude Margaritaville, they're building a model for you to walk through. Now, it won't be ready for a couple of months, but I was out there on Monday. I was out there again today. From the slab to putting it up, they're probably going to be done in the next 90, 120 days, maybe a little bit longer with decorating. But here's why it's important to you. And I'm telling you, I was up there today. It's creating all the buzz, but it is actually 2262 square feet. Yay, so it's a good size. It has 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It has a den, or instead of a den, you can have a formal dining room. But here is where you can make your modifications. And this is why I love this one, because it has a 2-car garage, and then it has a separate side entrance golf cart. So you can have your 2-car garage over here, your golf cart over here, and still a lot of room for other parking. Now that's a bonus. But if you didn't want the golf cart garage, which I would, because I would totally use that for storage and Jim could still park outside, you could make it into another suite. You could put outside doors, so if you have a boomerang child or a boomerang friend, they can stay in the guest suite. There is no bathroom, so you'll have to share with the other bathroom. It doesn't have a private one, but you can still have an extended lanai, you can still have an extended birdcage, you can still make all the modifications you want. Now it starts, the base price for the house is $473,990. By the time you put on the lot, and by the time you put on any pretties, you'll probably end up between $630 and $650, depending upon the lot that you choose, depending on how fancy you are with the countertops and the floors. But if you want a copy, let me know. I'll upload one of these. I was very excited. I ran right up to the sales center. Of course I did. So if you want to know information about this model or any other model, reach out to me before you go to the sales center. I'm happy to meet you there. It doesn't cost you anything for me to represent you at Minto or on the sale of a resale in here in Latitude Margaritaville. Here in South Carolina and in Georgia, the sellers are still paying the commission, so you, the buyer, get representation without having to pay for it out of your pocket. So my name is Rafferty. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, especially if you want to hear about the Escape. And I hope in future videos, I'll be able to go and we'll do a behind the scenes tour.